friends, and welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be talking about Christmas books. So I used to try to come up with these like really elaborate challenges for me to read. Like before my 36th birthday, I wanted to read 36 books in 36 days. Never freaking happened. 2 years ago, I also wanted to try to read 25 Christmas books in the 25 days before Christmas. Again, also big failure. I have not bought any Christmas books since that challenge, but so these are ones that I still have on hand that I did not read. I'm also going to link down below a short that I created when I was doing that challenge with a lot of different ebook and audiobook options for us. But this year I'm going to stick to just trying to read somewhere between 2 to 4 Christmas books between now and Christmas Day. So the first book on the stack is Christmas as We Know It by Sutton. I absolutely love Sara's writing. I bought this book a couple years ago and it just has not been something I've been able to read. Sara is an instant buy author for me and always will be, not just because she is a, very popular author tuber here on YouTube and a friend, but because her writing is just so freaking good. I have never once been disappointed in a Sara Sutton book. I had an extra copy of one of her books and gave it to my nieces who are actually in middle and high school, and they both read it and absolutely loved it. Okay, so it doesn't say in the back, but I believe this is about Mimi, and she is a huge fan of Christmas, and it is her senior year of high school. She's very excited for the Christmas festival, and then her mom tells her we are going to Florida for Christmas, which means she's going to miss all of the festivities in their town. Even though she won't be here for the holidays, she is going to be able to help set up their, I think it's like their Christmas festival, and she gets partnered up with crush Bentley. However, she also had an almost kiss with her best friend Jason, but as she gets closer to Bentley and she sees that her best friend Jason is most likely going to get back together with his ex-girlfriend, she starts to question everything. Doesn't know who she actually wants to ring the new year in with. So I'm excited. I just love these like kind of love triangles, or you think you like one person but really you like the other, and then he's been right there the whole time. I love that. And again, Sara is an incredible author, so I would definitely recommend picking this one up. Okay, so the next one in the stack is the 12 Dates of Christmas. What I'm excited about for this one is it says here that it is "'Tis the season for finding romance in this hilarious and uplifting holiday read." The description of this book seriously sounds like a Hallmark Christmas movie, and I'm so here for it. So basically this one follows Kate. She is 34 years old. Her best friend signs her up for basically like a dating agency that promises she'll find love. There are 23 days before Christmas and she has to go on 12 dates with 12 different men. It takes place in a quiet little town in England. Seems like everybody's really nosy and the entire town is paying attention to and keeping up with what she has going on all of these dates. I just can't wait to read this book. The next one that we have is The Holiday Swap by Maggie Knox. The tagline for this one is "All I want for Christmas is a different life." Okay, so this one is going to be super fun because if you don't know, if you're just stumbling across my channel for the first time, I am a mom of 2 twin boys. This one follows Charlie and Cass, 2 identical twins. So one twin lives in their sleepy mountain town. The other is on a reality baking show. Well, something happens to Charlie and she can no longer taste and smell. I don't know really what's going on with Cass, but they decide, you know what? We haven't done this since we were kids, but let's go ahead and switch places because that's such a great idea and always works out well. Then you throw in a couple hot men and we will see what entails. But again, it sounds like such a fun like Hallmark Netflix kind of Christmas tale. There's baking, and I wonder if this is one of those novels. Oh no, it doesn't look like it is, but I love when you get like a book and it has to do with food and there's recipes in it. Sadly, this one does not, but I still think it sounds like a great read. So the next book on the stack is The Santa Suit by Mary Kay Andrews. This one sounds so good, but I also feel like it might make me cry. I don't know why, but in this one it follows Ivy. I think it's Ivy Perkins. She is recently divorced and she buys a farmhouse sight unseen. So she gets into this old house that is still filled with all this stuff from the previous owners. And as she's sticking through everything, she finds a Santa suit. And inside the Santa suit is a note from a small child who said that their Christmas wish was that I think their parent returns home from the war. And this intrigues Ivy and sets her out on this mission to solve a mystery. And in the process, she may be healing her own wounds and maybe even falling in love again. I don't know why this book also makes me feel like I'm going to cry, but there's just something beautiful, and I mean, just the cover is beautiful, but also I just feel like it's sad. I don't know why. I've not read or watched any reviews in which anybody has told me that Always in December by Emily Stone is a sad book, but something tells me it's going to be sad. So in this one, we follow Josie and Max. Josie's parents had passed away, and every year she goes to the mailbox and sends them sends a letter or a note or something. And one year she goes to do this, but she gets hit by a really hot guy on a bicycle named Max, and somehow they end up spending the holidays together and falling in love. Josie's so excited and so happy, and then he just disappears. However, that's not the end of it. All over the world, they start bumping into each other, somehow coming back to each other in New York, Edinburgh, Scotland, the English countryside. So they're hopping all over the globe, still running into each other. And as Christmas approaches again, I don't know, Max has to decide if he's going to disappear again or maybe stay and spend his life with Josie. Or something. That's what I gather from this, but I don't know why I feel like this is going to make me cry. I just feel like this is going to make me cry and then make me happy again. Okay, and the last one on the stack is a big boy. This one is Mistletoe and Mr. Right by Sara Morgenthaler. This one is almost 400 pages, so I honestly don't know if this is one I'm going to get to this year because I started a little later than I intended. It's really cute. It's basically, we've got Lana. I think she might have grown up in this town, but it's this small town in Alaska, and she's a big city girl, and she comes back and wants to change everything for the better. And then we've got Rick, who has this is his dream girl. So I'm thinking that they probably grew up together and then she moved away and now she's back and he's just oh my God, my dream perfect girl is back. How do I get her attention? So she's out to figure out about the Santa moose, that sounds like a Grinch. I don't really understand, honestly. It sounds silly and quirky and fun, but she's going out trying to track the Santa moose or take him down or something, and somehow she ends up hitting Rick with a dart. I don't really know what's going on. I believe that Rick and Lana may be working together to try to get that darn Santa moose before it destroys the entire town, and maybe they'll fall in love. So that is it. Those are the books that I have in my collection to pick from. For me, the books that I have chosen from my stack that I know I'm going to read this month are going to be Christmas As We Know by Sarah Sutton and The 12 Dates of Christmas by Jenny Bayliss. If I have enough time after I've read those two, I'll probably be throwing in some audiobooks during the workday, but if I have enough time for at least one more physical book, I will be going with The Holiday Swap by Maggie Knox. Because I have twins, so why not? These are the books that I'm going to be reading this month. Let me know down below if you want to pick up any of these or if there are other Christmas recommendations that I should be looking into for next year. With that, my friends, you know what to do. Go write some words and read some Christmas books, and I will see you very, very soon.
Hold up, I am on my way. I'm in motion. Let's go to the ocean. Yeah, let's go.